Have you ever stopped to think that silence might be your strongest weapon in a relationship? No? Well, while you're out there wasting breath with explanations, justifications, and endless chatter, maybe it's time to realize that sometimes talking only makes things worse. True transformation comes from silence. Yeah, I'm talking about that surgical silence that makes a woman who barely noticed you start to see you're not just another guy. Let's be real. When you're always there, ready and available, you become background noise. And nobody pays attention to the scenery that's always there. Guaranteed, it doesn't impress. Today, I'm going to show you how to use silence smartly. Not to play games, manipulate, or play the martyr. It's about genuinely changing the dynamic. Because silence, my friend, can shout louder than any sweet talk. And before you think I'm all talk, listen up. This video is here because someone took the time to like and subscribe before you. So, let's be useful. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a thanks in the comments. Not for me. It's for the algorithm, which only works when you feed it its treats. Want more people to hear these truths? Do your part. Enough fluff. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Let me paint you a classic scene. You, constantly trying to please her, always available, ready to fix any little thing, proving every minute how much she means to you. And what do you get in return? Automatic responses, a look that's as excited as a homeowners association meeting, or worse, icy indifference. Want to hear the hard truth? The more you try, the more she sees you as just another predictable item in her inventory. And predictable, my friend, is the same as boring. It eats away at you. First her interest, then your patience, until you start questioning yourself. Is the problem me? Am I not doing enough? Spoiler alert! The problem isn't what you do, it's how you do it. Are you always available, always talking, always begging for her validation? Congratulations, you've just turned your worth into something that depends 100% on someone else's approval. And let me tell you, that's not just uninteresting. It's an attraction repellent. But relax, there's a way out. The solution is called strategic silence. It's not about disdain, tantrums, or playing the offended party. It's about stepping back to create space. Space for her to stop, think, and realize what you bring to the table. Space for her to miss what she thought was a given. And that, my friend, changes the game. Now that the light bulb's on, let's get straight to the point. How to turn this silence into a weapon that works for you. Why does silence work so well? Sounds kinda crazy, right? In a world where everyone's preaching that communication is everything, you come in with this. But hold on, the secret is here. When you stop dumping words like a customer service rep, you create something valuable: scarcity. And scarcity, my friend, is gold. Create space for reflection. When you're always there, clinging like gum, she doesn't even have time to think about how she feels about you. The space that could be used for her to reflect on your importance is being buried by good morning messages she ignores. But then, you shut up, pull back a bit, and what happens? She realizes that those good mornings are missing, that the attention she thought was a given is gone. And the plot twist begins. Why did he change? Did I do something wrong? Restores respect. Silence also sends a clear message. I have boundaries. And honestly, nothing is more attractive than someone who knows their worth. When you stop playing the emotional butler, she realizes you don't settle for crumbs. And then the miracle happens. Respect returns. Because nobody respects someone who doesn't respect themselves. Shows you're not dependent. Here's a tough truth. Emotional dependency repels. When you use silence, you're screaming, without saying a word, that your life doesn't revolve around her. The result? She sees you as self-sufficient, someone who's there because they want to be, not because they need to be. And that's a magnet for respect and desire. Creates longing. Lastly, silence has a simple yet brutal psychological effect. It makes you missed. What was once constant and ignored now becomes a void that bothers. Because the human brain works like that. It values what it doesn't have. You're not playing games. You're making it clear that your presence is a privilege, not a given right. Now, before you come at me with that manipulation talk, let me clip your wings. This isn't manipulation. It's realigning things. It's not about turning you into a mysterious ghost, but showing that you're someone worth having around, not because you're begging for it, but because you deserve it. Now that you understand the power of silence, let's get practical. How to use it without seeming childish, vengeful, or emotionally needy. The trick is simple: balance. Silence isn't a punishment, but a way to shift the focus from her to where it should always be in you. Stop seeking validation. First step, understand that you don't need her approval to exist. End the pathetic habit of asking if she's okay, if she's happy, or if you're doing everything right. You know who needs to validate you? Yourself. Don't beg for a good boyfriend trophy. Be the trophy. Practical example. That urge to start a conversation for no reason? Ignore it. Take a deep breath, close WhatsApp, and do something productive. Hit the gym, watch a movie, or just remind yourself that the world doesn't revolve around her. You'll realize that not initiating conversations is free therapy. Create space for her to miss you. Strategic silence isn't about becoming a ghost. It's about hitting pause. Let her notice the difference between you being present and you being absent. If you're always there, she'll never realize your importance. Disappear a bit. How to do it? If you're the guy who sends good morning messages religiously, cut it out. Reduce your messages and let her feel the weight of the void. And spoiler, she will feel it. Practical example. If you're used to always initiating conversations, switch it up. Wait. It might take some time, but the impact will be worth it. And no, you won't die because she didn't respond. Invest in yourself. While you practice silence, turn that time into something productive. Use it to grow as a person, because a man in constant evolution is irresistible. If you're not doing anything interesting, silence won't save you. Practical suggestions. Learn something new. A language, an instrument, anything. Take care of your health. Hit the gym or go for a run, literally. Dedicate yourself to work or a project you've always put off. Control your reactions. If she finally reaches out, congratulations. The silence is working. But here comes the hard part. Don't lose your cool. Responding immediately with lottery-winning enthusiasm will only show that you were counting the minutes. Why it matters. Responding too quickly is like shouting, "I was desperate for this." And no, you don't want to give off that vibe. Practical example. She sent a message. Wait. It could be a few hours or even the next day, depending on the situation. When you respond, be polite, direct, and totally unenthusiastic. Show that your life is great, with or without her. Be consistent. Nothing will sink this strategy faster than being inconsistent. If you alternate between clinging to her and disappearing, you'll come off like a lost teenager. Have a plan and stick to it. Practical tip. Decide how you're going to act and maintain it. Fewer messages, more focus on yourself. No relapses. Strategic silence isn't about manipulation. It's about valuing your time and showing you know what you deserve. The most important thing, it's not about getting her back. Understand this. Strategic silence isn't to win her back. It's for you to realize that your life doesn't depend on her. If she comes back, great. If not, you'll have become a better version of yourself. And that, my friend, is the real victory. Now, let's explore the results this approach can bring, both to your self-esteem and your relationship. Because believe me, the changes will be significant, reaping the benefits of strategic silence. Now that you understand how strategic silence works, it's time to reap the benefits of this change. Spoiler, they're huge, and not just in your relationship, but in yourself. She finally recognizes your worth. You know that old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. It works. When you create space, she stops seeing you as something guaranteed and starts to recognize the impact of your presence or your absence. It's in that absence that she realizes you're not just a background character in her story. You're the protagonist. Impactful, Shiro. Presence stands out when absence weighs heavy. She feels the void, questions the new dynamic, and in the best-case scenario, realizes that no one else fills the space you left. You regain your self-respect. The biggest reward of strategic silence isn't what she feels, it's what you discover. You stop crawling for approval and suddenly realize how much you were holding back your own life because of that relentless search. Real benefits. You prioritize what matters, yourself. Understand that you don't need external validation to feel complete. Develop a confidence that no one can take away. It's liberating and even better. This self-sufficiency makes you naturally more attractive. The relationship exits autopilot mode. If she still cares, strategic silence acts like an emotional wake-up call in a good way. Suddenly, the normal between you ceases to exist. She starts to wonder what changed, why you changed, and this forces a reassessment of the dynamic. Why this is powerful. She steps out of her comfort zone and realizes what's at stake. Without you constantly pushing the relationship, she's forced to do her part or risk losing you. This shift brings a new balance.
You grow in every area of your life.
Silence doesn't just improve your stance in the relationship, it creates space for you to invest in what truly matters. While she reflects, you grow. Results you can expect. Improvements in your mental and physical health. Progress in your career or personal projects. A stronger social circle filled with people who uplift you. And the best part, even if she doesn't come back or things don't improve, you'll be so well off that it's no longer an issue. You attract people and opportunities that align with your new self. Here's the plain truth. Strategic silence isn't to save the relationship, it's to save yourself. If she recognizes your value, great. If not, her loss. The point is, you emerge from this journey stronger, more secure, and much more prepared to live the life you deserve. Now take everything you've learned and start applying it. It's not about expecting immediate results, but about transforming how you position yourself in the world. You're not anyone's complement, you're the whole package. Strategic silence, a masterclass in life. Strategic silence isn't just a tool in relationships, it's a practical lesson in how life works. It's about understanding that you don't need to shout to be noticed, nor do you need to bend over backward to be valued. Sometimes the most powerful message is spoken in silence because absence speaks volumes. When you stop chasing validation like a dog chasing its tail and decide to focus on yourself, magic happens. You transform. You don't need to demand respect. It comes automatically as a bonus for finally valuing yourself. And guess what? This isn't just for her, but for anyone in your life. Remember this. Silence isn't a weapon to punish anyone. It's a realignment of priorities. It's not about being mad or throwing tantrums, but about giving both you and the other person a time out to understand what truly matters. If she recognizes your worth, fantastic. But if she doesn't, congratulations. You've become someone who knows their own value and doesn't accept diluted feelings. You'll be ready to receive respect from those who truly deserve it. Now the ball is in your court. Have you ever tried using strategic silence in a relationship? What changed? Share in the comments. Your experience might just save someone who hasn't yet woken up. Oh, and I don't even need to remind you, right? If you know someone stuck in a relationship where only one side is giving, send them this video. Because sometimes a simple, "Hello, wake up," is all it takes to change the game. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more tips. In the end, the lesson is simple. Every man who respects himself deserves to be valued, and it all starts with you.